This is a very beautiful little shrub. It's called Fluggea. Belongs to a family called Fluggea, and it occurs wild in large parts of India, from Rajasthan to extreme end of Indian subcontinent, that is Sri Lanka and all, and occurs naturally along hedges and in uncultivated areas. And it's one of the unappreciated beauty, because one thing is these pretty leaves, little green leaves are there, and it is it has a very lively kind of fresh green, and and then it's a non-demanding plant. You don't have to water it or do any kind of care and all. Then so it is good for water stressed areas. If you want to have more, if you have shortage of water and all, these are the ideal plant. Around this pre-monsoon time, it has tiny green flowers and the fruit formation starts happening. And this species is very important for these birds. So if you want to have a bird friendly garden, then and attract a lot of birds into your garden, then this is a good plant. You must have at least one or two. And particularly in these large landscaped gardens with where architects are involved, like apartment buildings, and then common garden, and then this gated communities, and then such places, it's a great idea to have a couple of these, or even a whole row of them along the wall and all. You can plant, and it will give excellent food for a lot of small birds throughout this hot season of the year. And bees are pollinating this plant mainly. Then other important information about this plant: it is spread from all the way across Asia, oceanic islands, and into Africa. And then it is called Fluggea leucopyrus, and it's a quite a big family. There are a lot of similar looking plants in this coastal area where I am now placed. It comes natural everywhere. You can see it. It's easy to recognize in this season, particularly because of these white berries. They're called snowberries because it looks like white color, and they're also edible for humans. It's not that they're not edible. Mildly sweetish kind of a taste is there, and it is called Indian snowberry, common name. Then in Sanskrit it's called Shweta Kambuja, and then Pandufali. In Sri Lanka it's famous as a Katupila, and it is used in Sri Lankan Ayurvedic doctors quite extensively. Then in Kannada it's called Hulikai. And this whole plant, it belongs to that Phyllanthus family, like Phyllanthus neruri and Phyllanthus emblica and all those plants. And it has the similar, many of those common properties, that it reduces the blood sugar. It's drying, so paste is applied on wounds and all to dry the wounds. So this is one plant I recommend for all gardens, at least one, because it is a native plant. It's pretty, and then it supports birds in your area. So go ahead and plant them. If they occur naturally in your farm or lands in the border somewhere, don't just cut it off as one weed. Let it be, so that it can your birds can eat. Oh, too much wind.